I'm gonna take this a little bit back. You remember when we both was working at Mackey, right?
Yeah.
We was both working at Mackey. It's this place out in Jackson, Michigan, or out in Parma, right, where they do like compressors for different vehicles, right? We both worked there, right?
Yeah.
We was both chopping it up, and you was just telling me like you was one of the first people that I ever knew, because at that time a lot of people were still doing CDs, right?
Yeah.
You was like, man, bro, I'm on DistroKid.
Yeah.
And I'm trying to make this money off this music off of streams. You was the first. I'm telling you, you was
like,
the first artist that I knew that was doing that.
My cousin Perfect came up to me, and Jay Willis too. Perfect had came up to me like 3 or 4 years ago, and this is when I was like, I had I forgot what video I had. Oh, this is Mone right here. I had I forgot what video, but I was just putting out music,
right?
Whatever. I had put out my second mixtape or whatever.
Yeah.
And my cousin like, you need to get paid for this shit. You need to start getting paid for this shit. So he found DistroKid, because I'm like, bro, it's how the fuck we get on Spotify and shit?
Exactly.
Like, how do artists just be doing that shit?
Right.
So he found it, and he was like, bro, one of the artists on DistroKid got like a war. I don't want to lie. Like he had got a big award over a bigger art. Like like over like I don't know if it was like over Drake or somebody, but he was on DistroKid.
Really?
He was signed to himself.
Right.
And I'm like, damn, for real? He like, yeah. So he sent it to me. And this was like I said, this was during when you first interviewed me. Yeah. I was on that. You know what I'm saying? I was on that shit.
Yes.
And I signed up and I got that shit, bro. And I first put my song up there, and it was like, I woke up like one morning and I look, and it told me like, your music will be on 150 different websites. And I looked on there and I Googled myself, and it had me up there like how they have artists like Lil Wayne or they have Drake. It had me on there, and it had my picture, the most famous picture that they got from me from the side.
Yeah.
And I'm like, damn, like this shit crazy. Like it just made me like that. So I started hearing like years and years of, like going by, I start talking to people like other artists that's around here. You know what I'm saying? I start telling them about it. They just blowing me off like, you know what I'm saying? That ain't gonna whatever. Then like I hear artists now like Rio, the great OG, you talk about DistroKid. Like, you know what I'm saying? I told my cousin Shay about it.
Right.
I told him, you know what I'm saying? Put the bubble on there.
Yep.
Put that shit on there, bro. We would be rich, bro, because everybody played around here.
Exactly.
He didn't listen to me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I'm like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's just like,
it's only so much you can tell people,
always,
right?
Me and him talk about it all the time. We would come over my house and we would talk about that shit all the time. You know what I'm saying? Like, all these niggas I talk about, we all sit here. I sit there one-on-one. We all talk about the same shit, bro, about music. And I tell him, like, they'll tell you, like, he was the first one to talk about that DistroKid shit, because I seen it. Like, there's some other shit now, like, you know what I'm saying, that's popping now.
But it was different back. It was different.
I wish I could have had, like, I should have been full throttle on there. If I'd have put all, man.
Exactly, but you was still one of the first artists that I knew that was thinking about streaming, right? With me, I wasn't even thinking on that way, because a lot of people just had that dinosaur mind state, right? Like, man, I gotta sell this physical copy, or you know what I mean? So I was like,
I knew it switched when Instagram, like I seen Ace Hook talk about, like, back in the day when you had to, like, when you give your CD to a person, you had to have your whole portfolio.
Yep.
Give him a picture and all that. Once you go tell a nigga, go hit me on Instagram, and he can just go in there and just check your whole.
Yep.
I knew it was over with. The streams is everything now. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Streams is everything, bro. You can never. It's always you can't lose off that shit, bro.
Yeah, because it's like you want to get monetized off of the hard work that you put in, right?
Yeah.
So what would you?
Instant.
Yeah, exactly.
It's instant. Everybody see it, so you have the choice to go see it or not.
Right.
It's not like if you go to the mall. Not back in the day, you go to the mall. You got to go to the CD store. You hear it on the radio. You got to go get it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because now you got to put money. Back in the day, you had to put money, and you had to have endorsements and motherfuckers pushing your shit to make sure you number one heard every time.
Exactly.
You know
and then like with us, we came like, cause we're younger, like, so we came in the download era, right? So it was like music on the internet, but it wasn't like to the ability, the accessibility now, how you can just pull out your phone, stream it, and you just have to pay a monthly bill, right?
Yeah.
You had to pay that $2.99 or that $1.99 for that single. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So now you can digest music on your own time, your own terms, and you don't even have to buy each individual song. You could just listen to a whole person catalog and just stream it for a monthly installment, right?
That shit crazy. You can make it makes me even be like, man, I gotta step, like, I be playing myself, you know what I'm saying? There's a lot of artists like me that be playing themselves. They don't be really like, they good, but they don't really put their whole all into it because they don't see no results in the shit. Like, you have your best music, but you don't be hearing the you don't be knowing the next door. You didn't seem like you didn't went through all the doors that you can step into. Yeah. And you can't get nowhere else after that. Like, there's no, what is the next step? Like, you done did everything in the fucking handbook.
You're right.
What's the next step?
What's the next move?
What's the next move? You know what I'm saying?
What's the next move? Life is chess.
It's hard. It's chess. It's
chess. It's not checkers.
Like, you go back. You know what I'm saying? You come to the same fucking door.